Hey, how's it going? Courtney of Scott Financial and Care here with another informational video. It's been a little minute since I recorded anything, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity to record this video on this topic. And it's sort of an update to a older video that I did about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. So, a question that I get a lot, and especially with the increase of clients that have this medical condition or health condition, same thing, in the last, I would say, 3 to 6 months. So I wanted to go ahead and just give an update on this. And this is going to be a little bit more detailed because if you or someone you know is living with this health condition, then at least um, you will be able to point them in the right direction, and I'll be able to assist you or assist them. So the question that I have been getting a lot is the individual informs me that they are HIV positive, and they are wondering, can they still obtain life insurance? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. However, there are some criteria that you will have to meet depending on if you are looking to get um, at least $250,000 or more for your policy, right? So if you are, I do have a client, or excuse me, a carrier that will be able to possibly provide that coverage for you. You must be between the ages of 20 and 60 years old. However, for this particular carrier, and you have to be looking to get anywhere from 250,000 to, I believe their maximum is like $5 million. Not bad, right? And also, it depends on your age and what you're comfortable in paying each month for this policy. Now, the alternative would be for me to provide you with a guaranteed issue, aka final expense, aka burial insurance. Um, those policies also have an age limit, a minimum and a maximum age limit, and I'll go over that shortly. Um, but with those policies, usually depending on the carrier and your age, the maximum may be only $25,000 or $40,000. It just really depends on what you're comfortable again in paying and your age. And with those final expense burial type of insurance policies, they don't require a health examination. However, with my first carrier that I mentioned, with a $250,000 minimum policy face amount, they will still require you to complete a full lab work. That lab work will include blood work. It will include testing for hepatitis B and C. It will also require you to take a drug test as well, and of course urine. And besides the full blood work, also a urine test. Okay. Um, the criteria that you have to meet, you need to have evidence of excellent compliance with your antiretroviral therapy for at least 6 months. No history of AIDS or AIDS defining condition within the last 5 years. No co-infection with hepatitis B or C. No ratable cardiovascular impairment. No other impairment that exceeds their rating. And you'll find out the rating as we will have a individual conversation. Okay, so I'll be able to tell you whether or not you meet within that rating. And of course, you have to have no history of substance abuse or misuse. Okay, so if you green check everything I just mentioned, and you're looking for at least $250,000 policy or more, then I can definitely put you through to that carrier. Okay. And let me just put this as a disclaimer. It still does not guarantee that you will be approved if you want that particular coverage. When it comes to the final expense guaranteed issue type policies, that's almost an instant, coverage. There's no There's no medical exams that are required for that. They may still ask some health questions, but that's it. And it's capped at a certain amount. So depending on the carrier that I quote you through, it may be 25,000, 30,000, or $40,000. And I believe I may have one that's up to 50,000. Again, it just depends on if you qualify for that, or if you are comfortable in paying whatever that monthly amount is. Now, I mentioned before that those type of final expense carriers have a minimum age. So some of them will allow for coverage between the ages of 0 and 85. Some you have to be a minimum age of 40 years old or 50 years old. Okay, so if you're under 40 or 50, our availability of carriers cuts down. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So yes, there is coverage for you. However, there are some conditions or criteria that you would have to hit a green check on before we can actually put in an application, or to even know if you're going to get approved. If you don't care to have as high as $250,000 and you just want enough for your burial, and or just maybe leave a little something behind to your beneficiaries, then the final expense we can definitely do. If you're between the ages of 0 and 85, or if you're at least 40 years old and up, then again, I have carriers that I can place you through. So if you are interested, go ahead and hit the link in the bio. Please, please, please like and share this video with any and everyone that you can think of, especially if you are someone living with HIV, or if you know of someone that is living with HIV and does not have life insurance, or even if they do have life insurance, but they may be looking for a little bit more in coverage, because you can have more than one policy. And also, all of these policies are a whole life policy, which means that it builds a cash value account. So your policy is an asset to you. The cash value account is a living benefit feature. And if it accumulates enough money, of course, you can always use that money for whatever purpose you want to use it for. You can check our YouTube channel and look for the whole life video, and I go into explanation, of what that all entails. Okay, so I won't go into detail here. You can also contact me at 800-365-4299. You can also go to the website at www.scottfinancialcare.com. Click the Contact Us link and book your appointment that way. If you are local to Georgia, you can also contact 678-310-8004. Thank you, and talk to you soon. Bye.